Hello, hello and welcome to the beautiful Brockwood here. It's outside of Spot in a wonderful southeast of Scotland, and I'm here to connect with the trees and to answer your questions, predictions and much more. So let me just ask the tree here in the woods, okay to connect please? Yes. Just connect with all the woods and the forest here as it drips on my head. Wow, thank you. Oh, beautiful. The tree said welcome and that we have some surprises for you. I love that. I'm going to expand you out a little bit so that you get a bit more of a view and not just me in your face. It is raining. It's about 8 degrees Celsius. And let me just check this microphone. Sorry if it's making any funny noises. There we go. Yeah, 8 degrees Celsius, raining, and patches at home just now. There's no internet access here, so I've taken a couple of screenshots randomly of your requests. And isn't it beautiful here? Let's turn you around and show you. I had a funny moment as I was getting set up here. As I arrived, I accidentally pulled my microphone off its magnet, and so it fell down my top, and I had to wrestle around with it, just making sure my motom's locked, which it is. Okay, so I just thought it was a bit wet for Patch. He doesn't really like the rain, being a small dog with a long coat. It's very slippy to be videoing at the same time. When I get back, I've got time to walk him, so he'll be fine. Okay, first question. Beep, 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 beep. Excuse me. This is from Sammy T. The question is, will our cars be able to work during the darkness? So this must be the 3 days of darkness. And will a large love ascension wave hit us after the darkness? Thank you. Wonderful, thank you for your question. Will our cars still work? Now, I did have a question from one of you in a comment about lots of other things. What about hospitals, power stations? There's many other things. And they're all great questions, right? I personally don't have all the answers, although I can expand a little bit about, I was chatting with a nuclear power station engineer at the weekend. I could share a little bit of some of his experiences. Wow, look at this. You can see now that the trees are clearing, that some have fallen. That one must have fallen over quite a long time ago because it's been since chopped at the ends. Must take a lot of effort to look after the woods here. Okay, this tree here. This tree's volunteering an answer about what. So will our cars work during the 3 days of darkness? So the way the energy flows, the tree's explaining, is that comes from the sun. The ascension wave flows through the sun, and it comes down through our atmosphere. And for example, the tree's experiences it coming as the energy coming right down through the tree and grounded deep into the earth through its roots beneath me, which is lovely. And it's saying that, like a lightning conductor is something I understand, that objects that allow the energy to flow freely through it, or around it, which is fascinating, that these will experience the least disruption. Oh, I have so many questions. The tree says, if you have more questions, go and ask the next tree. Okay, let's do it. So let's go and ask this next tree. There's a little bit of sass and humor in that tree. Thank you. Okay, let's ask this tree. Oh, and it's like a little face here. Look, like 2 eyes, a little mouth. It said yes to me accessing and asking this question. So I was really interested about cars. I keep focusing on cars and seeing, for example, electrical energy flowing down and coming down into, it's like the energy is always seeking the path of least resistance. And the tree saying that in the case of a car, that the energy can be dispersed through the chassis, the steel bodywork of the car. And it can be, the tree saying, and after that, released into the trees, in the tree's words, whoever knows, and it means like just into the air, into the surrounding air. And to the question of will cars work, many will. Some may experience, depending on their wiring, may experience some shorting and overloading. Older cars especially are better off because they have less electronics. And some more of the newer vehicles are better grounded, which is interesting because I don't really know how they ground. Oh, it means the tree's saying through the chassis itself. Okay, for the limited understanding, thank you, tree, for the limited understanding I have of cars, and certainly with my motorhome, is that often the 12-volt wiring, which is very low power for like lights, LEDs, the onboard engine management system to run, all these things are often grounded into the chassis. I always wondered what happened, and this was just an example of the electrical aspects of an ascension wave. Ascension waves do flow in very broad frequency ranges, so there's a lot more energy that flows through it. And there was a question right at the end, right, that's asked about, will we receive an ascension wave after the 3 days of darkness? Well, fascinatingly, the 3 days of darkness are triggered by the, my hand is pulsing. It's really funny. That tree was showing me the energy flowing through it. And it feels much colder than my right hand. So yeah, the 3 days of darkness, currently, I'd predicted when I'd last asked, which was Friday last week, predicted for the first kind of alert during November, which feels like any day now, for a few hours or so of an outages as a result of the ascension waves, and then moving up to the actual 3 days in December, so by the end of the year. Excuse me, I had a very large lunch with, my wife had found some, which is lovely actually, my wife had found some meat substitutes, which were for fish meat substitute, so it's like a vegan fish. It was called something like Oh My Cod, COD. So they were tasty actually. I'm just not really a huge fan of the substitutes. Okay, well the short answer is some, and let's just see, will an ascension wave happen after? Just ask this tree wants to answer. Yeah, they can, okay, they continue. The ascension waves do continue afterwards. It's just they're much less intensity, and it's almost that we start to learn a big idea of soul, the sun, thank you tree, is to release the energy in ways that humanity will be able to understand and begin to minimize our distress and our overreaction. So that's good. That all helps, right? Wonderful. Next question from Huntress Diana. Thank you for your question. And she says, can you explain more about the parts of the heart chakra? Thank you. Ooh. Now, I must admit, if I'm first to answer that, Diana, so my conscious mind would describe, because I will ask Katrina in a moment, my conscious mind would describe the heart chakra being a sphere, that it fills anything up to around the size of our whole chest area. Whoops. It's a sphere that's rotating. Its size, shape, color, rotation speed, and abilities are all unique to each of us. And that when our hearts are in fear, our heart chakra contracts. And when our heart chakra is happy, joyful, and feels safe and open, like maybe at home around loved ones that you really love and getting on well with, or maybe your pets, that your heart chakra opens up nice and wide and everything's beautiful and happy. There's also, our heart chakras often have a dominant emotion. So the most dominant emotion that I'm experiencing just now is joy. I love doing this. And I'll give you some view as I walk. So as well as the most dominant emotion towards the top of the heart is happy, joyful, loving, unconditional love, gratitude feelings, and then down, lower down towards the bottom of the heart, so the darker, lower vibration feelings such as shame, fear, anger. Excuse me. Brilliant. A big lunch, rain, quite cold, walking. It doesn't get more Scottish than this. All I need now is an ogre. Talk about the layers of the heart chakra. Wow, and it is really muddy. Zoiks. So I will watch my step. So I will ask a tree a bit more. There's more to share. So at the center of our hearts, we have the connection from our souls. Our souls connect into our hearts. So I see our souls connecting up via our upper chakras, so throat, third eye, crown, up to the soul star chakra. So crown chakra is at the top of your head, and then soul star chakra, depending on the person, anything between about 1.5 to 2 meters above your head, and then from there a connection up to your soul. Sometimes I see the connection directly from the soul into the back of the heart chakra, the receiving part of the heart. So you can describe the front of the heart as being the giving. You know, we're used to like sending love. I'm sending love to you. I'm sending love to you from my heart. And the back is for receiving love. So that receiving part can also be where the soul connects directly into the heart. I tend to see it kind of both, that we connect almost like the physical, the metaphysical into the physical presence, our soul into the human heart and heart chakra is directly in through the back of the heart. And then our more conscious thinking mind aspects of our soul comes in through the top, through the crown chakra. So I'm just being invited to go and ask this tree. I learned a little bit about hearts. Ooh, this is this is very spongy. Wow. Stop talking for a minute, John. Ooh, it's got a wee birdhouse. That's cute. So this tree's asking. Well, there's a wee holly bush growing down here. Oh, it's dripping down my neck. Okay, tree, please tell me more about the heart chakra, please. It's dripping a lot. The tree says, hearts are beautiful. And it just had this raindrop trickling right down my hand and down my arm. Hearts are beautiful and graceful. Hearts are forgiving and receiving. hearts are the very center of our own individual universe. Oh, oh wow, and the tree says its heart is here, just here. So beautiful, thank you. Wow, you look like you'd be a lot of fun to climb. Wow, thank you. And you can always find the heart of a human at the center of its chest, slightly off to the side. And for a tree, it's similar. It says just look for the area where it starts to branch out. That's where the heart often is. You know, I did not know this. Thank you for all the drips of love, and thank you. Wow. Oh, and this is, Jon has an epiphany. Bing! This is why. This is why. So I had a beautiful witch activation one-to-one session with the fabulous Chloe Rose of Mystic Hearts. That's the name of her brand, her company. And it's so lovely because I trained Chloe in the aspects of her foundational training and intermediate training of the higher self-training courses. And she did a one-to-one with me to help me connect with a past life. And in that past life, I had a heart chakra. What was that? I had a heart chakra gift, a heart fire gift. And in the session, and in this past life, I place it in the tree. And I feel like I'm being called to a tree down there. I don't really know how to get to it, to be honest. But in the session, I was shown to go there, go to this location in Scotland, and I'm still not entirely sure where it is, and to connect with the heart of the tree. Now, the tree's actually gone. According to the session that she did for me, the tree has since died, but just knowing where the heart chakra is of a tree, oh, this is really helpful. I must admit, it's important to also go through an integration process, right? So whenever you receive something and you're told something, to just go through a period of reflection and how to describe it? Integration. So yes, that's right for me. No, I'm not sure. Sorry, maybe, I'm not sure, and then no. And I often talk a lot about it out loud, which I find really helpful. It does feel like there's quite a lot of activity down here. It feels like some of the fae beings are annoying some of the birds. They're quite mischievous beings. Okay, next question is from All Earth 24. Beep boop beep boop. Now I must stop walking while I'm doing this. And your question is, why do so many animals need help? Why do so many animals that need help come into my awareness? It's heartbreaking when I feel the only option for an animal is euthanasia. Oh, thank you, All Earth 24. Okay. Why do animals that need help come into your awareness? Yeah. You know, animals. What the hell was that? It sounded like a really big dog. Really big. What did I just say? What are, like, all the animals? Or just rawr, rawr. I'm very curious. I must admit, one of my ears is blocked. So I find it quite hard to place the sound, so we'll just proceed with caution. It's interesting, this tree is suggesting I just stop here and wait. So there's this trick in the woods where if you want to be invisible, you just stand still. Yeah, it kind of came from over that direction. It's so hard to know. What was that? Sounded like Dogman. I could hear something. It sounds like there's something down at the river. Oh, here comes a breeze and lots of wetness. Now it could have been a stag. They sound a bit like that. It is Scotland after all. Well, all I have to physically defend myself is you guys, a selfie stick and a camera. So I've just been guided to stop here for a moment and scan around. Well, it's definitely animal themed, that's for sure. So let's just take a moment and ask this tree here. Oh, look. A dogweed and a rope swing. That rope swing's new. Wow, very cool. Okay, let's ask this tree. The tree says the animals are connecting with us and with all Earth 24, connecting with us, asking for our help. So as well as the human-only collective, there's a collective consciousness of all beings across the Earth. And whenever there's some animals in distress, they ask for help. So you might experience some of this, for example, as animals in slaughterhouses, being farmed, experiencing any kind of suffering. But this animal collective is something that we connect into. Thank you. And the tree is saying the human consciousness, some big creaking noises up there. The animals and the human consciousness collective are separated at the moment, and it's because of our dominance and farming and slaughtering of animals. So this is the hearts of the human consciousness disconnect from the hearts of animals and the earth. And so All Earth 24 is your YouTube username. Your heart is not separate. Your heart is connected to the collective of all living things. So I'm just being distracted by this tree up here, which is so beautiful. There's some wonderful trees up there. I don't really know how to get up there without certainly one-handed scrambling around. The trees are just up here. Like this one, this one, this one. I mean, they're all beautiful. You guys are all beautiful. So, yeah, I just encourage you to, starting with the animals that you have in your life, such as pets, or if you don't have a pet directly, if a relative does or a friend does, place your hand on your heart when you're petting them and saying hello to them. So left hand on your heart, right hand petting, and just, or the other way around works as well. Left hand's more for receiving, so you can either receive your own heart emotion or put your left hand on the pet and ask to receive the most dominant emotion from that, from the being, from the pet, like a dog or a cat, if the cat lets you stroke it. Same for the dog. Yeah, this tree here feels like that tree has definitely been around for when my ancestors lived here, and that I should reconnect with it. So my past lives. It's so cool connecting with physical areas that have your past lives, the energy of them and their superpowers imprinted within them. That's why I feel so drawn to come back here so often, even in the rain. And I just add, this is not the time to judge ourselves or judge each other about the way that we treat animals and farming and slaughtering and eating animals, because if we throw ourselves into judgment, we can so quickly judge each other. And what we really need to do is start forgiving ourselves and healing ourselves. And it starts with the identification, asking animals, beings, trees, how do you feel? Feeling that answer in your heart. Okay, this is the area where I sing to my ancestors. I'm going to extend you out on this extremely long, oh wow, extremely long selfie stick. Hello. Ura, ura mia, utonsi morotua, naya ha, naya ha, moroso chishimi e tikemaha, naraya mara sanchia. Narahu simia, naraha, naraha. Plus a little bit of dragon-like language. Why not? I think I woke the rain up. It is pouring. Thank you. I honor all our ancestors. Oh, someone just fell on my head. Okay, it's time for the hood. That was a lot of fun. So if you're interested in being on YouTube in Scotland, by that I mean filming it and creating your own content, I would highly recommend a waterproof camera. And this is the DJI 5. There are others. 5, I think, is the most recent. Pro, DJI Action Pro, and it is waterproof. And it has 2 screens, so one on your side, and I'm currently behind you. So it has it on both sides, which is really cool. So you can do a selfie mode, and there's no like gimbal or anything like that. It's all done through software stabilization, which is great because I do have quite a shaky hand, and this smooths out really nicely. Okay. And my heart's feeling very filled right now. I always feel like whenever I come down here, I'm leading souls out of here that want to leave. I can lead you to the exit, but you're not allowed to follow me home. You can follow me to the exit, and then you must release yourself after that. Okay, let's get on with the next question. Oh, the sun shines out. It's so beautiful. I love these videos so much. I'm so glad that I came out in the rain. Okay, next question. From Anna Lee. I would like to know about the wind. For the next 6 months to a year, I feel the wind is an entity, just showing you some sunshine. The wind is an entity. I'd like to know if it's being manipulated to destroy or its potential destruction is natural. Also, where are the targets for wind? Thank you, Jon, for your beautiful connection to nature. It is appreciated. Sending love from the States. Oh, thank you so much. Okay, let's hear about the wind. The wind. There's a rainbow! I see a rainbow! Yes! Oh, I'm just taking my hood off. Wow, can you see it? It might be quite faint for you guys, but to me, it's that general direction. Wow. You know, if you don't come out in the rain, you don't see many rainbows. And you need to have rain for rainbows, right? And sunshine. Wow, how prophetic is this, especially as we talk about the wind. Oh, and the wind's come to say hello. Hello, wind. You know, it's not just trees I talk to. This may shock you. You can talk to anything. Any plant, any rock. It's all living. And yes, I know there's a big droplet now on the lens, but I'm not going to wipe it off because I know I'm just going to make it worse with my hands, and I'll just wipe it when I get home, so you guys will enjoy the new droplets as they appear. That's the magic, right? So yeah, and it includes the wind. I remember vaguely hearing about some studies done into trees and how really they get a lot of nutrients from the air and sun, and that oh my god, this is this is really tough. It's so slidey. And that really trees just get water from the ground. Oh my god. Okay, there we go. We did it, Jon, we did it. Right, let's go and ask a tree about the wind. I'd love to ask the wind as well, but we'll start with the tree since I've asked their permission already. We enjoy working with the trees. Okay, let's ask. This tree did offer. Thank you for offering. Just showing you some sunshine. You tell me more about the wind. The tree says that the wind is an interplay of energies. It's true, there is consciousness to the wind, just as there is consciousness within the energies that interplay, that dance with it. And the tree is an energetic dance between the hearts of all living things, and everything is living across the earth. So know this when you look to the weather forecasts and the experiences you have with the wind around you, that it is an interplay, a dance, an exchange of energy between your heart and the other hearts of all living things. Ooh, that's so cool. Thank you. I'd like to ask a bit more about the more wind-related questions. Let's ask another tree about has it been used as a weapon against others, and also what the targets may be. This tree here wants to say hello. Let's come and say hello. The tree says the tree says it wants to be in my YouTube video. Well, you did that. Look, there you go. You're famous in Jon Binnie's universe. The tree says, yes, sadly it has. Weather, all kinds of weather has been weaponized. And they learnt that the energy that fuels it is actually if you get enough fear, pain, and suffering generated as an emotion from lots of different hearts, you can create wind. That is so sad. Thank you for sharing that truth. It goes right to my heart. The things we do to each other as a human race. I hope we can forgive ourselves and forgive each other and heal and allow the karmic justice to be done. This is me saying this, not the tree. Thank you, tree. So the tree was also saying that wind energy is constantly being generated, and it's, those that propagated it realized that, propagate fear, realized that you could use wind. It's like, it feels that it's generated from the toroidal fields from our hearts, and that the energy from our hearts resonates out into the atmosphere around us. Because I was asking, I don't really feel a breeze in my home, right? When I'm angry. So what happens? And the tree's saying, oh, it's more of like a kind of projection, like the energy projects into the atmosphere. And we heard about interplay. So there's this kind of dance between the energy that's already there in the atmosphere. And oh, there's the wind. Let's ask the wind as well. The wind says you can feel its emotion. An angry storm, for example. We just seem to use these terms culturally and intuitively. And there are also happy breezes, a happy dance. And it says, look, the wind's saying, look at this tree here, it's doing a happy dance. It's true, it is. All its little leaves waving, hello, hello. Oh, that's beautiful. Thank you, wind. Top tip for walking, anywhere, but it includes in the woods, is just have a nice open palm. Often I find it easier to hold my palm like this. And like in a video game, first person YouTube videos, here we go. You can be a first person psychic. Let's go and ask this tree about, are there any targets that have been chosen? The tree's just like showing me this kind of, almost like a glimpse of the pain in the front of my forehead in my brain, and it's saying there are many targets that have been chosen, and just never underestimate the, how is it describing it? The plans, never underestimate the plans of the evil, the darkness within us as humans. And the tree saying, you can stop this, thank you tree, you can stop this by bringing calming love energy, forgiveness, gratitude for all humans, love energy to calm the storms. Some storms are needed to be released. The energy must move, it must move on. So it's not about suppression, it's more about helping alchemize to raise the vibration. So when you see a storm, instead of trying to, logically I would try and soothe it, and the tree saying, no, you don't need to soothe the storm, you need to help raise its vibration. So from anger, up towards rage, like the action, the doing word, from rage up into release, up into neutral expression of energy, and from neutral expression up towards gratitude and love, like feeling that I'm grateful for this energy, I'm grateful for its movements, I'm grateful for the expansion that it brings. Here comes the rain. Here comes the rain, doo-doo-doo-doo. Here comes the rain. Will you dance with me? Can I have this dance? Such fun. Thank you. Well, I think that's all the questions today. I suspect by the time I share this, well, I don't actually know what time I'm going to share this. I do know that today I'm live with the Heart Aligned Business. Just check if I have more questions. That's me done on questions. I have the Heart Aligned Business Alchemy. If I post this after the live stream, because it was 2:30 UK time, 9:30 AM Eastern time, 6:30 AM Pacific time, it's a free class. I think I got mud on my nose. It's a free class, and we're going to talk about the... Whoa! That was very muddy, very slippy. Talk about your life purpose, your life mission, which we received from the last Heart Aligned Business Alchemy workshop, and also the last Fifth Dimensional Ascension class. We went through to your Akashic Records and asked about that. So we'll be doing more of the kind of where the rubber of the wheels hit the ground, right? Which is more of the doing stuff, like what the human things that we can do with a vision, with a mission, a life purpose, a soul purpose. And all this applies not just to business, also to the rest of your life. And I include your dream life within these classes. They're also a playlist, a free course. And then next week we have the Fifth Dimensional Ascension class, so we're looking more into the shadows and fears and shadow work. And I've aligned those two classes every 2 weeks. So they alternate between the psychic side and the business side. Look out for Viviani. She's going live today for her first solo live, which I'm so excited about. And that's 5:30 UK time. And then, oh my God, which is 9:30. Is that right? Oh, it's 9:30 Pacific time, which is 12:30 Eastern time. That's right. Well done, John. And I'm also, you can also book me for one-to-ones. I had an incredible one-to-one session this morning, which is just so wonderful. You know who you are. Thank you so much. And I have another one this afternoon as well. So just a live stream, and for me, this afternoon, a live stream and a client session, which is just such a wonderful blessing. So thank you for all your bookings. And here is me saying goodbye to the beautiful Brockwood. Thank you so much. It's just such an honor to go on this journey with you, and wow, such powerful experiences. So just saying goodbye to this tree. Thank you so much. Thank you, woods. Thank you, trees. It's like doing a funny voice. Thank you, John. How can you tell if it's a tree talking? Trees sound like this. Thank you, John. And one of them wanted to appear on the YouTube video. That's so cool. Okay. And all I can say is, for all these people that you watch in nature and they're walking around in nature videoing themselves, it is hard work. It is like the cognitive load is so much harder than just fumbling around. It's easier without Patch, but I miss him already. So I'm looking forward to going back to see him. And I'll definitely bring him along to the live chat for Viviani's live stream. So excited for that. All right, take care. Sending love, everyone. Thank you. Love you.